As a third relation type, we are going to discuss of the restrictions. The restrictions is the for to traffic. So main purpose of this restriction is controlling the traffic flow. It's important for the OpenStreetMap routing. So actually the restrictions are not physically exist, but it's only for the logically. So how the restriction compound is, it's a relationship with the two roads and one point. So for these restrictions relationship, we required one tag called restriction. So in this restriction tag we will define what is the restriction type, like no U-turn, no left turn, no right turn, no exit, like this. Unlike other relationships, restrictions relationship has defined its members. So for the restriction relationship required only one members, and there should be three and only three. So one role is via, another role is from, and another role is to. So via is the connection node between two ways. The from way is the where the traffic enter for this position, and two ways where the traffic flow from this position. And usually not usually, it's required that from and to ways either start or end with this via node. The via can be node or way. The no you in most of cases the via is a node, but some cases you can say that via act as a part of the road segment. So it will stop the traffic flow with this road segment. Usually in some city traffic, so we have this via as a road segment. For the restriction relationship, we can add more tags for the refine the this restriction type. For example, we can add except tag. That means this restriction is not applicable for this kind of vehicles. And what are the applicable days? Maybe in Sunday to Monday to Friday, no weekend days. Or what are the days off? That means this no restrictions not applicable on the Wednesday. And day hour on, so the hours that this restriction applicable, that means either 8 to 6 this restriction is applicable, after that it's not applicable. So hour off, that means what is the time this restriction is not applicable, maybe after school hours, or maybe after 7:30 to 9 this restriction is not eligible. So like that we can add more descriptive details into the our restriction to refine our information. This is the OpenStreetMap wiki page for restrictions. So you can see the more details in this page. So this is the mentioned the restriction tag which is required by the restriction relationship. So it has this kind of values: no right turn, no left turn, like this. And this is the detail what I mentioned here, the more descriptive tags. And here the member types. So here the from, it should be way, to it should be way, and the via can be one or many ways. Via can be one node or V, and here it says ways can be one or more. Two ways it can be one or more. Yeah, it can be one or more, but then it will be little bit confusing the relationship. So it's also always better to use one from and one to and one via relationship, so it's easy to understand. And this is the symbols where it's representing these restrictions, and this is the usage, some usage of usage of this restriction. So this one for only right turn, and this is a no left turn and no right turn restrictions. So let's check how the data represent inside the OSM XML for these restrictions. So here is the one restriction inside Sri Lanka around Matara highway, southern highway exit to the Akurasa road. So this is the restriction ID. By clicking this link, you can see this restriction with in the details. So here it's display the details, relation, what is the relation ID and what is the member from way and to way and via. This is it's via this traffic signal, and the restriction type is no left turn restriction. Okay, let's create one sample restriction in this junction. So you can see these are 3 road segments joining here. So we are going to create one restriction here. So we select one way, another way, and the node, and we can go to preset relationship turn restriction in JOSM. So select the restriction, so we can take as we can create this restriction as no right turn, and we'll press the new relation button. So once you're done, we need to select what is the from way to way and via node. So here we select this guy as via. Yeah, and since this is a not right turn restriction, this guy should be the from, and this one to. So once the section done, you can see the symbol inside the JOSM. It says no left no right turn restriction is there here for this node. So when you select the this road segment, it you can see it's a part of one restriction here. For last relation, we are going to discuss about the street relation. So street relation means it's a we are grouping all the objects with houses, addresses, any other relative items for that street with that street. So it's just a simple grouping mechanism where it will help to improve correct addressing in the JOSM. That means once you create this kind of group, and once you add the relevant details for this group, it will reflect for the all other objects. So you don't need to put each and every details into objects. So it will save you time and it will improve your correctness. So when you need to modify the any details of this all these houses in this street, or if you have this street relationship, so just you can update the details in the relationship, so then it will reflect all the houses or other addresses and other things within this relationship. So here's the sample relationship for the in the OpenStreetMap. This is how it looks like. So if you click this link, you can see this relationship how it's drawn in the OpenStreetMap, and this is the XML data definition for this relationship. So you can see this relationship has two streets, so actually three streets. So this is the one part, and this is the other part, and this is the other part. So same has all has same name, and for highlighted the squares are the houses which are associated with this street. So in this relationship, so we have several type of roles. One role is house, and another role is address, and some other roles are there. So here and as a last role, it's a role mentioned as street. So we can see three street belong to this relationship. So this is the common detail which I mentioned earlier. We can apply for the relationship, which are reflected to the old sub element inside the relationship. So we can add city, we can add country, district, and postal code, this province, street, whatever details once we add. When this data is processing or when the data is rendering, so these tag details will be automatically add into these sub members. I will show how this data represented in the JSON and how this relationship looks like inside the JSON. So here is the actual place we saw that relationship. So this is the street. So once I select this street, it says it's a member of Classic Garden Labima relationship. So when I open, you can see the what are the details for this relationship. So here is the buildings as a house role, and there's one with the role address, and the last streets with the role street. If you want to create another relationship with this kind of street, so you select a street and one or two houses as a sample, but actually you can you need to add all the houses in that street. So go to preset relationship, select as a street. So here in this preset window, JSON also help you to determine what are the roles you need to add and what are the types of that members you need to add. So it says the street you need a role street count or one or more, and it should be the way. And here it says role address 0 or more. It can be dot or point way or area. And another one is role type is house, so there will be one or more houses, so it can be point, way, or area. Any other items, maybe the trees or special statues or any kind of things associated with this street, there's a role code associated, so it can be 0 or more. And what is that member type can be node, way, or area. So we just select and we put something any name for this relationship, and just as a new area we can create. So here then we need to apply what is the role for this one. So this one is two buildings. We had the house, and this one is street. So we'll add as street. Okay, so now it's done. So you can see the how our street looks like. So this is the street relationship. So when especially you are doing the micro mapping and these houses and road details, these relationships very important for you. So when you're drawing these houses and other streets, so try to much as possible give the details of the street and find the relevant houses and try to fill the addressing information. So we can create a nice addressing information in the OpenStreetMap if we do this one correctly. Here is the wiki page for the relation street. Why I came here for this this wiki page, there's another relationship mentioned, associated street. So actually this is these two are similar, but associated street has some disadvantage. That means it's only support for the houses. So there's no any other roles like addressing or associated, so that we are limited to any subset of this street, and this is a little bit depreciated relationship. So instead of using associated relation street, it's always better to use street relationship. And here this is the end of our relationship video. We'll release another video for describing some new features on OpenStreetMap. Thank you.